Good day, Druids. Today's ritual is in the Welsh tradition. We're going to be using Welsh pronunciations, which may be unfamiliar to you. Mabon, the name meaning great sun, is the child of light and the son of the Earth Mother, goddess Modron, a name likewise meaning great mother. She is also the goddess of fertility. Our protector for the ritual is Gwentheon, whose life tale is quite the read, and I cannot do justice in the few moments I have here. Ceridwen, our inspiration for the ritual, is regarded by many modern pagans as the Celtic goddess of rebirth, transformation, and inspiration. You will also hear of Rhiannon, our gatekeeper, a horse goddess depicted in the Mabinogion. She later evolved into the goddess of sovereignty, who protected the king from treachery. Our deities of the occasion are Belimwar, our god of light and fire, and Thalir, our god of darkness, the seas, waters, magic, and healing. Today, we're going to party again, because this is the second harvest, the fruit harvest, and the great feast of Thanksgiving. As the grain harvest is safely gathered in from Lunasaw, reaches completion, we enjoy an abundance of fruits and vegetables at this time. Alban Elfed is a celebration and also a time of rest after the labor of the harvest. In terms of life path, it is also the moment of reaping what you have sown. Time to look at the hopes and aspirations of spring, reflect on how they have manifested. It is time to complete projects, to clear out and let go that which is no longer wanted or needed as we prepare for descent, so that the winter can offer a time for reflection and peace. It is time to plant seeds of new hopes and ideas which will lie dormant, but nourished in the dark until the return of spring. In our ritual today, we will be passing a loaf of bread amongst our members. We encourage you to join us at home with bread of your own, any size or type. Place your thanks for all that you have been given throughout this year into the bread. And yes, even in 2020, still things to be thankful for. At the end of all the thanks, we'll be giving bread into the fire to be consumed. And all those offerings of thanks will be sent to the Shining Ones. When we give praise offerings, you are welcome to give praise and thanks to any or all of the kindred. This is not the time to ask for anything. When we drink of the waters of life, that is the time you ask for what you would like. For our ritual, you're going to need cauldron, a well, a plant for our nature spirits, and fire for our shining ones. There's going to be a number of Welsh words you'll hear in our ritual. However, words you will hear repeated throughout this ritual are Bwthed Feste, which means, may it be so. Derbyn ein offrum means, accept our offerings. And Diolch i chi, meaning, thank you. And for this, Druids, Diokiki, I thank you. Enjoy the ritual. Children of the Earth, welcome to the Alban Elfed ritual of Raven's Cry Grove ADF. Release all of your cares from your mundane life. Breathe deeply and allow your mind to be still. All thoughts of this time are released. You are here, spiraling ever forward into the present.
Feel the pull of our sacred space, calling you, whispering on the winds. Here in our nematon, we create our sacred realities. We can be all the kindreds believe us to be. Purification allows us to transform into our sacred selves. Please, come forward. Be purified by walking under the arch of pomegranate branches and passing between the flames. Attune yourself to mythic time. Let go and cross the divide.
Come we now as a people to gather at the sacred well. Come we now as a people to gather in the warmth and the light of the flame. Come we now as a people to gather at the sacred well. Come we now as a people to gather in the warmth and the light of the flame. Come we now as a people to gather at the sacred well. Come we now as a people to gather in the warmth and the light of the flame.
By the light of the fire and the might of the water, we find our balance. May this grove be made whole and holy. Butefesti.
Here we stand now gathered at the threshold. Warrior, call a guardian for our right.
Gwenthan Varric Griffith, daughter of princes, leader of the patriotic revolt. Beautiful, independent, and mighty, in the defense of your people you raised an army. With your sword in hand you inspired your people to rise up against invaders. We ask you now to also keep our grove safe and whole. Repel all those who do not support us or uphold our work, and celebrate with us as we give thanks for the harvest. We offer you wine in thanks for your vigil. Durbin ein Offram, Gwenthian, accept our offering. Buthid Festi.
Here we mark our threshold, opening a roadway to the sacred center. Warrior, mark now this space, so that the outdwellers may not enter.
Gwenthian, we ask that you guard this threshold.
Children of the earth, as we prepare to make our offering to the outdwellers, avert your eyes so as not to form a relationship with them. Search your own hearts and set aside any negativity or ill feelings that you may have come with you into this space. This is a celebration of love, and all that we carry into the nematon today will flower. Take only that which you wish to root, grow, and flourish.
Spirits of this place and afar, those of you who do not uphold our ways or would seek to do us harm or mischief, you who are called Koraniite, we acknowledge the differences between us and ask that you neither hinder nor prevent us from honoring the kindreds and receiving their blessings. Take these spirits as a gift from us, and by doing so, acknowledge our request and leave us in peace for our right. Bethad Festi.
Ancestors, nature spirits, shiny ones, we have crossed the threshold into sacred space. Please reconnect with the sacred cosmos as we prepare to open the gates to the other worlds, the place where the kindreds will reveal themselves once more. Let us begin by honoring the earth, our home.
Modron, mother of Mabon, guardian of the other world, protector, healer, the earth herself. You are the ground we walk on. You provide us the food that we eat, the trees to build shelter and make fire. You are all a mother should be, and we celebrate with your children this eve. We give you love, honor, and respect. May the sky not fall, may the sea not rise, and may the land remain firm. Durban ein offram. Earth Mother, accept our offering.
Today, we gather on the fulcrum between light and darkness to honor and worship the kindreds as one people. We sing their praises and we make our sacrifice, and we seek their blessings in return.
Croeso, Pab, Bendith, welcome and many blessings. We have gathered today to celebrate the autumn harvest and the balancing forces it brings, for today is Alban Elfed, light of the water. We come together to celebrate the earth in her full abundance and to give thanks for what things are ready to be harvested in our own lives. Let us rejoice and give due honor to the powers that have assisted us this year.
On this equinox, as we celebrate the balance of day and night, it is only right that we give honor to both of these forces this evening. Tonight, we will call on Belimwar, the father of the House of Light. We will also call on Fleer, the father of the House of Darkness. Without both dark and light, there can be no balance. Without balance, we would be at the mercy of the forces of chaos. Let us give honor, then, this evening to the chthonic and primal forces, the fathers of the gods themselves.
As our ancestors did, and so our children may do, we are here to honor the old bargain between mortals and the kindreds. So let us join together as one folk to make our offerings in joy and reverence. Budapesti. And now, let us call for inspiration, so that we may speak the right in beauty.
Kindred, shapeshifter and cauldron stirrer, you who magically gave birth to Taliesin, the greatest of bards. Come into our grove now. We come seeking Alan, divine inspiration. Guide our right in the way of truth. Budapesti. We make this offering of wine. Durban ein offrum. Kindred, accept our offering.
O waters of the earth, deep and dark, arise, primeval powers. Fill us now with all your wondrous possibilities, that through the earth, our mother, we may ground and join as one.
Of fires of the sky, O blinding light, descend and crystallize within us all, that spark of order on which life depends, that through the sky, our Father, we may shine and share as one.
For just a moment, let us close our eyes and feel the life which courses through us all.
The beating of our hearts is at the center of our core, like sparkling blood, The coursing of the waters and the light of life now mix and swirl and energize us all.
Chaos of the earth, now fill us.
Chaos of the earth, now fill us.
Order of the heavens, mold us.
Order of the heavens, mold us.
Join the powers deep within us.
Join the powers deep within us.
With the merging of these powers, let us join as one. Children of the earth, let us now reestablish the sacred center of the worlds.
The waters support and surround us. The land extends about us. The sky stretches above us, and the center burns a living flame. Let us pray with a good fire. May all of the kindred bless us. May our worship be true. May our actions be just. May our love be pure. Blessings and honor and worship to the holy ones.
Let us sanctify the hallows, by which we'll make our offerings.
Funun Sanctith, sacred well, you hold the waters of An-Nun. You are the source of all, and into you all things return once more. You are the well of dark wisdom. You are the blood of the earth. We give to you this offering and ask that you be in the vessel and in us all. Funun Sanctith Diva On Miun. Sacred well, flow within us.
Dan Sanctith, sacred fire. You are the holy light of the shining ones. You provide us with inspiration and call on us to act with courage and right action. You are the element of controlled chaos, and with your power, you can both create and destroy. We give you this offering of oil. And we ask that you be in this vessel and in us all. Dan Sanctith, Loska on Miun, sacred fire, burn within us.
Quentin Sanctith, sacred tree, you are the bounty of all worlds and the bridge between earth and sky. You are a creature rooted deeply in the earth, stretching far into our heavens. You are our sacred pillar and the center of our grove. We give you this offering and ask that you be the sacred center. Quentin Sanctith, Tove on Miun, sacred tree, grow within us.
We have sanctified the hallows. Now let us call upon the gatekeeper to bring the worlds together.
May this be the mound of Arbeth, where wonders are seen. May we know the wonders. We call out to the woman on the white horse, slowly riding, swiftly riding, waiting to ask her to say, Rhiannon, we ask you to lead us to the other world, to share with us the feast of the Shining Ones and drink of their cup. Gerbin Afram, Rhiannon, accept our offering. Gatekeeper, share your magic with ours and open the ways. Let us together make the well a gate to the world below. Let us together make the fire a gate to the world above. Let us together make the tree the crossroads of all the worlds. Agura Gatya, let the gates be open.
Children of the earth, so that we may honor them, make now our offerings to the kindreds, the ancestors, the nature spirits, and the shining ones.
Hinafi'ide, ancestors, we remember you in the blood of our veins and the pulse of our heart, that is the rhythm of all humankind. We revere you for the gifts and the guidance that you provide. It is because you lived that we live. You are the mighty ones, and we call on you as our kin. Take this simple offering and join us in our rite. Hinafi'ide, Durbanein Hofrum, ancestors, accept our offering.
Children of the earth, close your eyes. Take a moment and feel the ancestors as they join us here.
Spiridium Natur, nature spirits, you are the noble ones with whom we share this planet, this earth. You are kin of fur, fin, feather, and scale. You are of rock, leaf, flower, and branch. We call on you, Tilwiteg, fair folk, the fairykin, you who are our allies, you who we rely on for life itself. We call on you in honor. Take this simple offering and join us in our rite.
Children of the earth, close your eyes. Take a moment and feel the nature spirits as they join us here.
Thuii, shining ones, our own gods and goddesses, those of you who are of the house of light and of the house of darkness, patrons of all present here today, you are our eldest and wisest kin. You are our greatest of guides, our best of friends, and our most nurturing parents. Where would we be without the graces of the gods? You who are the shining ones, we call on you as elders. Take this simple offering and join us in our rite. Thuii, Dirbin and Ofram, shining ones, accept our offering.
Children of the earth, close your eyes. Take a moment and feel the shining ones as they join us here.
is to sweeten the tongue. As light turns to darkness, we gather the harvest. As autumn approaches, to thee we give praise. As sunlight doth vanish, our fears let us banish. O Modron, the Mother, please bless all our days.
The wheel of the year turns ever forward. We've now arrived at the final high day before beginning a new year at Samhain. As we bid farewell to the warmth and light of the summer, let us look back at these months ruled by the sun and give thanks for the gifts and blessings we've received. Let us now call on the great Belimoir to join us in this sacred space and hear our prayers.
Belimauer, we call on you, O great ancestor, shining god of light and fire, father of Aaronrod and Caswalla. You are the father of the house of light. At Beltana, you are the fire of life. At Samhain, you are the fire of death. May you be for us the fire of bounty. Join us here in this place of your worship. Great God of the sea, join us in our rite.
As we enter into the beginning of the time of darkness, let us acknowledge what we have worked hard to sow. Let us think upon our good deeds while remaining aware of areas in which we may do better in the months ahead. Now, let us call on Thlir, the father of the children of darkness, to join us in this sacred space and hear our prayers.
Thlir, we call upon you, great God of the sea, dark God of stormy waves and waters. You who rules the ever-changing seas, father of Bran and Branwen, father of the house of darkness. You whose waters house the mysteries of life and death. You whose powers are those of chaos. In this time when night and day stand in balance, may you be for us the waters of abundance. Join us here in our rite, in this place where you are worshipped. Great God of the sea, join us in our rite.
As this day symbolizes the end of the harvest, we will give our offering of grain. Yet we will offer more than just grain. We shall imbue the bread with our own reflections of this year's bounty, and with our own prayers of thanks. We will pass this loaf of bread around, so that all may lay their hands upon it. Think now on the past year. Think of the joys and the sorrows that it has brought. Think of all that has succeeded and thrived, and all that has failed to flourish. Be grateful for the struggles, for they have shaped you and led you to where you are now. You may express your gratitude aloud or silently, as you so wish. As you do this, think fondly of this rite's patrons, the representations of light and darkness. They are the balance of our lives.
Rhiannon rings like a bell through the night, and wouldn't you love to love her? Takes to the sky like a bird in flight, and who will be her lover? All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? She is is like a cat in the dark, and then she is the darkness. She rules her life like a fine skylark, and when the sky is starless. All your life you've never seen a woman taken by the wind. Would you stay if she promised you heaven? Will you ever win? Will you ever win? Taken by the sky. Dreams unwind, love's a state of mind.
Alimar, Kalir, your children have poured their hearts into this offering. May you find the energy contained within to be your nourishment and strength, much as we are strengthened and nourishment by your grace. Great powers, Durban ein Hofrom, accept our offering. Utefesti.
O noble, ancient, and shining ones, incense have we offered to your shrines. Offerings have we made through the well, fire, and tree. Kindreds, all this we give to you in the name of hospitality. May our thankful gifts and courage increase your magic and power. And may our fertile spirits show the world your abundance. Mighty kindreds, accept our sacrifice.
All immortal gods, whatever be your names, if out of ignorance or faulty memory, if something in this ceremony was displeasing to you, O kindreds of our people, hear us now. By this offering of recompense, we beg forgiveness and make amends for our error. Know our hearts and our intentions are pure. Utefesti.
Seer, what blessings and wisdom do the kindreds offer to us in return?
Happy autumn equinox. For the omen, I will be using the Ogham. Let's start with the ancestors. Although it is not Samhain yet, it is the turning of day into night, where the light and the dark are equal. The ancestors interestingly bring us the end of the cycle, which is Ruish, or the Elder. Think of it this way: if Pisces was the end and the conclusion of the Western zodiac, where Aries is the birth of the beginning, in the Celtic Ogham, it is Ruish, or the Elder, which is the end of the cycle, the death before the rebirth. This symbol is of the crone. The energies of Ruish, or the Elder, belong to the crone's wisdom, which is gained through a lot of living and a lot of experience. We've been in this situation for quite a few months now. It's almost coming up till half a year or so. So if you think about it, we should be gaining some wisdom about this situation. We should be finding our natural groove to it and what we need to do. Not that we want to stay in this situation, that's for sure. Just keep in mind that this is one of the Oghams of change, and that when death comes, so does rebirth. This elder, or Ruish, is also connected to the Isle of Anglesey, which is in Wales. When I visited it, the isle was flat, green, and very gentle. You could drive onto the island because they had built bridges. So when I was there at the Isle of Anglesey, I learned that it was the home of quite a Druid academy or school, and that before the Druids were slaughtered, they truly believed that they would one day return because birth follows death. In so doing, they left behind the elder trees to grow on the Isle of Anglesey as a symbol that the Druids would one day return. And so, the ancestors give us elder or Urish. This is the Ogham from the nature spirits. The nature spirits bring us the poplar or the aspen, and in the Ogham it's called Eda. Oh boy, this is going to be a tricky one, so bear with me on Eda. So on one hand, Eda brings us negativity, confusion, anxiety, fears, turbulent situations, and learning how to overcome those and how to become more strong, heroism and willpower, and conquering your fears and making shields. So, how can this be? Well, interestingly, Eda is also associated with the autumn equinox. Gee, how coincidental is that? We are in the autumn equinox, and Eda also has a tarot card associated called the Hermit. The Hermit is a person who has given up the popularity of the world. He has isolated himself and sequestered himself in order to gain knowledge and wisdom. It's having to step back and study and going within. This is what is needed in order to conquer your fears. It is what is needed when you are going through a troublesome period in life, because you can't fix the entire world on your own. If you try to, it'll just spiral you downward into depression. So you do have power over yourself. That is one of the messages of aspen and poplar. The aspen is very similar to the cottonwood tree. I believe they are related. So if you live in California and you happen to be near cottonwood trees, when the wind blows, you can hear the leaves rustling against each other. And it was believed by the Native Americans that this was the tree of communication, because the tree spirits would whisper one to each other through the rustling of the cottonwood aspen trees. This rune, or Ogham, is very, very similar to the spot in the Celtic tarot card spread of the card for the hopes and fears. Oftentimes, if I'm reading the tarot and the card comes up under the spot hopes and fears, I try to explain it this way to the person. Your hopes and dreams are often your very fears. Also, the things that you fear the most are oftentimes deep down the things you want to manifest. Not so much because you want to manifest bad things, but perhaps it's a way of gaining control over the situation if you just get the bad news first and get it out of the way. So, here is wisdom, folks. Sometimes the very things that you want very much, you might be afraid of getting because you don't know what to do with it. And the things that you are avoiding the most and claim that you hate the most might be things that you want to manifest secretly, perhaps because it'll make you say, I told you so. So this rune, this Ogham, is teaching us to go inwards. And that is the gift of the poplar aspen Eda. The shining ones give us the alum, or the fir. This is bringing order into chaos, sensibility and leadership, fine qualities indeed of the ones we look up to, the shining ones. It's also a bird's eye view for understanding. Well, this makes sense because, at least in Old Europe, the fir tree, which also was known as the Scots pine, to be more accurate, which is also closely related to the elm, were all trees that grew very, very tall, and very straight and tall, so that naturally they had a bird's eye view over everything. This ogham and the Scots pine are also associated with the second day of the winter solstice, and the Scots pine was often burned by the Druids for bonfires to encourage the return of the sun. It's interesting that 2 of these oghams pulled so far are associated with the weather turning cold, thank goodness, and going slowly into winter. It should also be noted that the fir, or Elim, is also associated with the Kaliach. She is the crone goddess of great wisdom, and she also wants to remind us that this tree is a reminder that while we look into our future and look within, that our divinations include plans for the future and things that we need to do for the future. So in this way, planning ahead is very much a leadership capability. Planning ahead and looking above and beyond leads to sensibility, and it leads to bringing order out of chaos and making things stable. So plan ahead, look into the future. What does it hold for you? The Kaliach may be a crone of winter, but she's also pointing to the fact that the snow will melt again and the light will return. This corresponds with standing tall and high, with your head held up, and looking beyond the mess that we are in to the land of promise ahead. Thus is the gift of the shining ones of Elim or fir, Scots pine.
Children of the earth, all of our offerings, all we have done so far for our right, have led to this moment. This is the time of magic. We have made our offerings to the powers, and now we shall ask for their blessings in return. Visualize the blessings that each of you desire and need from the kindreds. See it clearly in your mind's eye. And when we ask for the waters of life, when we say, "Give us the waters," see the blessings you desire descend into the upraised cup like a mist, filling that cup. And when we drink of the waters, you will receive your blessings. So close your eyes, take a moment to visualize your needs and the needs of our grove, that we may receive the blessings we desire. We call for the blessing of Belimoir. Together we bid, Thui I, Rouk, I, Nir, Dofroth, Shining Ones, give us the waters.
We call for the blessings of Thlir. Together we ask, Theoe, Roic, Iher, Nir, Diraf. Shining Ones, give us the waters.
Behold, the waters of life. Children of the earth, drink of the waters of life.
Pour the waters, raise the cup, drink your share of wisdom deep. Strength and joy now fill us up as the elder ways we keep. When in ancient pagan days fire was lit in sacred groves, powers of the gods did flow, bringing healing, wit, and love. We in our time likewise go to the grove our true to give, to the gods the dead, the she, and their blessings to receive. So pour the waters, raise the cup, drink your share of wisdom deep. Strength and joy now fill us up as the elder ways we keep.
We have drunk of the waters of life. The powers have given us true and wondrous blessings. We affirm the gifts of our kindreds and acknowledge their power in our lives. Children of the earth, do you accept the gifts of the gods? We have given to the powers, and the powers have given to us. Let us now thank them before they depart.
Beli, Thlir, our patrons of the balance, who we have honored here tonight. Duigliaki, we thank you.
Allies, Diok-iki, we thank you.
Gods and goddesses of elder days, noble spirits of the land, mighty ancestors, our kindreds, we say, Diokliglihi, we thank you.
And now join your magic with ours once more. Let the well be but water. Let the fire be but a flame. And let the tree be the great, wondrous, living thing that it was. Kirgatia. Let the gates be closed.
Modron, Earth Mother, we return to you all blessing gone unused. May you drink deep and grow stronger by doing so. For always holding firm beneath us, Diolkiki, we thank you.
Gwenthian, courageous noble, for watching over us, we say, Diolkiki, we thank you.
Once again, we have continued in our tradition, honoring the gods, ancestors, and nature spirits, just as in times of old. We have made our offerings to our kindreds and received their blessings in return. But great energy has been raised within us this day. Let us be grounded once more.
Let us end as we began. Children of the earth, Paul bendeth many blessings. This rite has ended. Butet Festi.
Now is come September, and shadows growing long, and through the wheat and stubble is heard a frequent song. The leaves are pale and yellow, and kindling into red, and the ripe and bearded barley is hanging down its head. All among the barley, who would not be blithe, when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? Spring is like a young man who doesn't know his mind. The summer is a tyrant, a most ungracious kind. The autumn's like an old friend who loves one all she can, and she brings the bearded barley to gladden the hearts of man. All among the barley, who would not be blithe, when the ripe and bearded barley is smiling on the side? Wheat is like a rich man, sleek and well-to-do. The oats are like a pack of girls, laughing and dancing too. The rye is like a miser, sulky, lean and small, but the ripe and bearded barley is monarch of them all. All among the barley, who would not be blithe, when the ripe and bearded barley